Hello, 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 and welcome to episode 16 of Activating the Witch Within. I am your host, Tanya James. I am a psychic coach. It's been such an expansive week, and there has been a lot of shifts and movements, not only in my own personal life, but also in all the lives that I'm seeing of who I'm interlinked with and supporting and being supported by. It's just a very, very much of a pivotal time, it feels. It's almost like we're all being called to really show up for what we came here to do and show up for the light that's, really craving to come out. And the sensitivities have been really, really high. So even more so than normal, people who have kind of been over what they feel like is the worst, whether it's having more anxiousness than normal, having more uncertainty than normal. And last week's episode was all about patience and cultivating patience. And I'd like to take today kind of to the next step, almost, of really loving what is, really loving where we are right here, right now, in this very moment in time, and, cultivating that energy of trust within us that knows that no matter what's going on, no matter where you are today and, what might be coming up for you, that it's all exactly as it's supposed to be, and you can love the process even in spite of times where oh, we have Mama's working. Are you coming and saying hi? Somebody's coming and saying hi. Yeah, we're talking about loving what is and really enjoying the ride, enjoying the journey, enjoying the interruptions. She came in last week, and we normally I have gates up, but today they didn't get put up.
Mommy, please come in the kitchen.
In a minute. In a minute, honey. So I am doing some card pulls today. So if you would like to, have a card pulled on whatever might be coming up for you right now, whatever might be happening. Oh, somebody woke up from their nap early. So, whatever might be coming up for you in terms of loving what is, life always has the challenges, and it's all about just kind of guiding and leaning into the waves. And since it seems like I'm the only one on here right now, I'm just going to go right into a process. So for anyone who's catching this on the replay, just kind of centering the energy. And I like to set the intention that whoever listens to this, whether it's now or on the replay, that you're able to take a moment, that you're able to take a breath. A colleague of mine, Tanya Rutter, did a breath activation recently that really spoke to me, and I shared it a few weeks ago, but it's breathing the light in through your heart and seeing this light coming out through your back and coming out through the back chakra, and then breathing the light in through the back chakra, back heart, and seeing this light coming out of the heart. So really just breathing in light and feeling it just come in and go out through the back, and seeing the light come back out through the back into the front. And I really, really like that simple breathing technique because it invites the light to come in and out through your whole entire heart chakra, your high heart, and then back out. And so just breathing in through the heart, back in through the back, and out through the heart. and then breathing that same light in through the crown, activating your brain centers, activating your crown, and seeing the light just kind of trickling down, activating your third eye, your heart, your throat, your heart, going down, and connecting this light to your grid point in the earth. So just really seeing yourself being flooded with light in all directions. So it's coming in through the crown, down all the way through your central channel to the center of the earth. And it's coming in through your heart and out the back, and just feeling this light filling up your field. Feeling it expanding every cell of your body. Just breathing in the light. And, we can do this. It can take, a minute of just closing our eyes and inviting ourselves to be flooded with light and seeing all of our cells light up with the light that we are, the light that we're connected to. And it's a great little quick centering exercise in order to, just kind of find that stillness in the moment and find the presence. So thinking about loving what is. So I invite you, if you're watching on the replay, to, think of something that's up for you right now. Think of something that could be triggering you more than usual, that could be challenging you, some uncertainty that might be happening in your life. And I'll give an example for mine. So it looks like I'm going to be moving to Arizona in the near future, and there's just a lot of pieces of, the best schools and where, the neighborhoods that are going to have, friends and community that I already have there. And there's just a lot of uncertainty in that, walking into this unknown of what's going to happen, how's everything going to line up. And when you're in the middle of a big transition or a change, it's so easy to get lost in the details and get, like, oh gosh, what if this happens and what if that happens? And by doing that, we kind of cut ourselves off from the endless possibilities that are sitting right in front of us because we're so focused on, certain details that are tripping us up. So loving what is, loving the process of packing and loving the process of, researching and looking for places and loving that what is of the uncertainty. So if you are joining now, at any time, go ahead and request a card. I am doing card pulls, but I am going to do one just to start for me and anybody else who might be going through a transition right now, who might be thinking, oh gosh, well, how do I kind of love what is right now when everything's kind of up in the air? And I have these beautiful fairy wisdom cards here that we'll be looking at today. And it's just a beautiful deck. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful deck. These are the Amy Brown Fairy Wisdom cards. So let's see what the fairies have to say about transitions and loving what is in the middle of big transitions. How to just kind of step into, and of course I pulled the Jewel of the Sea card. And card number 5. Jewel of the Sea. See what she has to say. Jewel of the Sea, depth. The mysteries of the sea expand our awareness into the mysteries of life. The sea is a reminder that there is much we still do not know about our own world. Allow yourself to open up to the unknown and to explore the depths. Dive deeply into your exploration of life. Do not sit on the sidelines. Become active and a participant. Get out and begin the journey now. Read and study the ancient knowledge and learn to tap into the wisdom which is in everything around you. Become aware in all that you do. And I think that's really important. The more we bring that presence and awareness into what we're doing, we not only enjoy what we're doing more, but we can, feel into enjoying the creativity that's bursting in that moment. This is the Jewel of the Sea card again, and really asking about support during transitions and loving what is in spite of transitions. Let this mermaid guide you to the jewels that lie within. Water is representative of the astral water, the stuff from which all existence is formed. In our essence, earthly water is used as a sacrament to bless us. Salt water purifies and heals. The seas are deep and mysterious, just as is our eternal being. There is much we do not know about the sea and about ourselves. If we could journey to the very depths of your being, what treasures would you find? The journey is there for you to take. So I just think that's really beautiful. It's a longer description, but thinking about loving what is in the middle of the transitions, and just being able to tune in to, okay, yes, this is me following my joy. Yes, this is leading me closer to my joy. Yes, yes, yes. More joy, more joy, more joy. And what we focus on grows. So the more we can focus on what's working, the more we can focus on, how we're, get rid of that on my notification, how we're, lining up with what's exciting us and what is fueling us. So I'm going to go ahead and pull another one again about just loving what is. More guidance and support on loving what is. Nightlight is the next card from here, and it is a really pretty card. Let's see if I can get that up. And this is 48. Keyword hidden. This fairy rests easily, all curled up in the knowledge that her faith keeps her safe within her world. Hi, Glenn. How are you? Hidden until studied. Everything is hidden until the light is placed upon it. It can be seen for what it is. It can be studied. So, thinking about what could be up for you transition-wise and what might be sometimes challenging in terms of loving what is. Like, how can we shine the light on areas that might not be, fun to shine the light on, because it might stir up some dust and things that, may not want to be seen. But in that, you're actually loving what is, and you're helping to shift the energy around it so it's not so sticky. The mantra it has for this beautiful card on hidden: "O Spirit, I ask to be awakened to the knowledge of the universe. My soul hungers for the wisdom of creation. I open up to receiving your teaching. I cast aside my unfounded fears and go forth in faith. So be it. Change your light bulbs today." And I love that, because part of the concept I think of when I think of changing the light bulbs is really changing the perspective, putting a new pair of glasses on, putting, you can't solve the problem at the level of the problem. So switching it up so you can see a different perspective and can shine the light on something that maybe you're just like, I have no idea why this is happening right now. And it's been, and I know for me and a lot of the people I've been talking to, August has been this kind of month of all the shit's hitting the fan at once. It's like, okay, not only do I have one or two major things going over here, now I have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and it's like, how do I juggle all of this? And when we can come back in just by doing that simple breathing exercise that I opened up with today, and you can go back to the replay later, and it's just flooding our beings with light, flooding our beings with knowing that in this moment all is perfect exactly as it is, and more is coming. I am creating as I direct my energy and attention and focus and vibration, and I can affect my world around me with simple things, small decisions, to just choose joy, to choose what's going to bring more excitement, what's going to be more fueling, what's going to help me get in the moment quicker and easier and stay there more consistently. And we start exercising these muscles, And boom, a few months later of this practice, all of a sudden life looks a lot different. And it happens gradually. So you kind of, if you think back after these transitions happen, oh my gosh, I'm in such a different place than I was even 2 months ago. And maybe that 2 months was a little uncomfortable and a little like, deer in headlights. But at the same time, you can see how the stepping stones blocked on, have led to that culmination of being able to put on a new pair of glasses, to being able to shift a perspective on something. So that is about all I have for everyone today. Thank you so much for being in my community and for joining me here every week. I really appreciate it. So if anybody does hop on before I hop off, you can choose to want me to draw a card for you. Other than that, I hope you have a beautiful and peaceful week ahead. Please practice that breath of just flooding everything with light and seeing everything that's not yours to carry anymore, that's not in your field, to just fall away, and breathing in the light. I like to think of it as I breathe in my highest self, I breathe in the light, I breathe in the magic, and I breathe out what's no longer working, what's no longer serving, what's no longer helping me and serving my highest and best good. Hi, Lisa, how are you? Yes, I would love to pull a card for you. This is a very special deck. I don't know if you've ever worked with the animal medicine cards before, but I'm being called to use this deck for you today, Lisa, and it's a sacred deck to me, and I have been using it on and off now for years, but this is the first time that I've had the cards myself. They've usually been friends' cards that I go over and have card pull night, and I've used them that way. And it's a really powerful deck. So I see that you've got a lot going on right now. So just kind of set the intention that exactly, and we're going to do 2 cards for you today. So that exactly what you need to hear is going to come up for you. I'm just saying, Lisa, 3 cards apparently wanted to come out. What we're going to do, so they're right next to each other. Prairie dog and raccoon. So the one that was on the left was the prairie dog. That kind of represents the divine feminine, and the raccoon represents the divine masculine. So these descriptions are rather long, so you can Google the full meanings by just doing medicine cards by Jamie Sams and David Carson, and you'll get the full description, because they're usually pretty lengthy, so I'm not going to read the entire description. But the Prairie Dog Medicine is retreat. So the kind of divine feminine aspect is saying retreat. It teaches that strength and inspiration can be found by retreating into the stillness that quiets the mind. The strength of this medicine is also knowing when and how to replenish your life force. Prairie Dog Medicine people tend to seek self-empowerment in silence and inactivity, where they can access dreams and visions without the intrusions of worldly chaos. When they re-enter the world, they are profound and powerful anchors of calm resolve in life's storm. If Prairie Dog has surfaced in your cards today, it may be a warning that your body's fuel gauge is running low. You might need a day of silence or retreat from regular activities before you become too exhausted to carry on. Have you put your basic needs at the bottom of the to-do list? And then the Divine Masculine card that came up was the Raccoon, which is the generous protector. Raccoon carries the medicine of the protector of the underdog and provider for the young, infirm, and elderly. Often called Little Bandit by Southern tribes, this Robin Hood of the animal kingdom teaches us about generosity and caring for others. When Raccoon comes your way, you are being asked to contact your inner warrior. to become a protector and generous provider for those in need. Raccoon medicine have the uncanny ability to assist others without allowing them to become victims or dependents. Like the tribal chiefs of old, raccoon tends to the needs of the tribe before taking care for itself. If raccoon wandered into your cards today, the little bandit may be telling you to look around and see who needs your strength at this time. Speak up in defense of another instead of remaining silent when around others. Maybe it is time to share the bounty of your time, energy, or possessions with the less fortunate. But remember to help those in need develop their own protector and provider skills. So let me know if that resonates for you, Lisa. And I love that the theme today really has been loving what is, and that silence, that connecting to the silence, and just even giving ourselves those little retreat moments, those little, reminders of just calling in all of our energy, calling in our magic, calling in our strengths, self-appreciation, self-love, and just giving ourselves that gift of just, putting our hands on our heart and saying, I love you, and thanks for being, so willing and open to show up and shine your light and to put one foot in front of the others. Lisa says, I just left my old partner and my kid's dad has just been told, oh, I'm sorry. That's hard. That's very hard. So my prayers go out to, your family, and, anytime life is challenging us to be able to find the silver linings, carve out those little places where you can receive life, just even if it's as simple as receiving the sun on your face, receiving the sense of the flowers as you're walking by, carve out a little of your own joy, your own little space of silence within, so you can support. And maybe that's why that raccoon energy was so strong in the masculine, wanting to go in and support, wanting to go in and help. But again, the first card was that come in to within, give yourself that space, and then you'll have the fuel and the energy to be able to serve in other places and in other ways that can be helpful. All right, so let's do a little healing on that right now. Let's just go ahead. I'll go ahead and send you a little energy hug. This is like distance Reiki. I have my little pendulum going. Just kind of creating a vortex of love and light and energy around you. And just I see Archangel Michael just putting a beautiful protection sphere of light around you. And all love, light, high vibration energies can filter in and out of the sphere. And lower energies just kind of bounce away, removing all people, places, things, ideas, contracts, vows, promises, oaths that are no longer for your best and highest good, to leave this sphere now with love, with gratitude, with thanks and forgiveness for any lessons, and just come back in. There you go. And then calling all parts of you back in through all time and space, throughout all dimensions and planes, fully recalibrated to the highest vibrational frequency of love and light for your highest and best good. Seeing you just as a beaming, sovereign, being of light, a beaming being. Allowing your magic to be felt. Allowing the magic of your heart to blossom. Allowing the fears to to melt away, and the trust of knowing that all will be well. All will be well, all will be well. And please feel free to send me a message after this if you want to chat more. I'd be more than happy to do a little private work to see how I might be able to support you right now. So just let me know I'm here. And with that, I think we're just about wrapped up for the day. So thank you so much for being with me today. And I will be here. You're welcome, Lisa. I will be here again next week, same time, same place. And if you need anything in the meantime, need to help finding, the space to carve out your own little inner retreat, that is definitely one of my zones of genius to support you in doing that. Again, feel free to reach out, send a message, and I will get right back to you. So I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day and week ahead. And until next week, bye for now.